Okay, so guys, now we know who the listener is in our relationship. Our next set of questions we're both going to answer together-ish.
Yeah, it's all about us.
Yeah, as a couple.
Yeah. So, question number 1. How did you meet my family? So I met Michelle's family, well, they've seen me at church, because Michelle, the first time I went to church, she invited me to a youth event. So they probably saw me at church a couple of times. But the first time I officially met them at their house, can't really remember it. This is bad.
I don't remember either.
Oh, okay. So it clearly wasn't a major deal.
I don't remember the first time I brought you home.
Yeah, I don't really.
Because I know you'd been coming to like take me out on like
dates and stuff.
So they've been seeing you then, but I can't remember when I officially said, "Hey, come meet my parents." But anyway.
Yeah. So it wasn't that much of a big deal because they'd already seen me. But when Michelle first met my family.
So I actually first met his mum when we were going to India for a school trip, because she took me to the airport, but that was just as friends. And then after that, I came to his house for dinner. Yeah. But Amit told them that I was just one of his black friends, because Amit used to sell hair back in the day, by the way. So he like made it seem as though I was just one of the people that was helping him out with that business. So I came over for dinner that time, but yeah, they just thought it was kind of casual. Yeah. Apart from your dad, who like asked me if I was married and stuff, which was odd.
That was funny.
No, it was odd. So that's when I met them. But then officially as your fiance, actually.
Yes.
I met them at your
my nan's birthday.
Yeah.
My nan had a birthday meal, so that was the first time Michelle met like the whole family. So
all in one go. It was very intense.
It was very intense. What causes most of our arguments?
So I would say what causes most of our arguments is when Amit doesn't do something that he says he's going to do, or he says he's going to do something but then does the opposite. Like as in like changes his mind all of a sudden.
Without consulting you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I think that the thing that causes most of our arguments is probably the fact that when it comes to making a decision, me and Michelle are quite opinionated. So to like get the other person to, you don't agree on everything. So eventually there will come a time where you have to give up some of your ground. But to convince Michelle to give up ground is very difficult, and she has this incredible ability to make me give up ground. So sometimes when I try to stand my ground, it can get a bit political.
It depends where it is, because I think I'm usually a bit righter about things. Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you that. You're usually a bit more righter.
Okay. Okay, fine. Writer is not a word. Fine. Whatever.
What is the worst job you've ever had?
Okay, so my worst job ever, guys. Believe it or not.
I know what's coming.
When I was 16. Was that when I was 16? Yeah. No, 17. I was a charity fundraiser for Battersea Cats and Dogs Home.
So those people who stand on the street and ask you.
Yeah, the ones that ask you for money.
The ones that see you coming from a mile away and they'll try everything in their power to stop you.
First, bear in mind, guys, no offense, but I don't even like animals.
I'm scared of animals.
I'm even scared of them, but I didn't have a choice. The abuse that you get on the streets of London, people, is very, very, very hard. And obviously you have your hourly rate or whatever, but then you also have like targets that you have to meet. And sometimes they'll put you in the most desolate of places and still expect you to get people to sign up. Like, even came to a point I had to tell people to sign up.
And then cancel. That's the real hustle. That is the real hustle.
And then one time they caught that. They noticed that my sign-ups were cancelling. The manager came and said, "Michelle, you've been giving people information that after 14 days they're allowed to cancel." I was like, "Oh, I thought that's what you said on the training, that I can tell them that after 14 days If they're not happy to continue, they can cancel. Very awkward.
That's so
very, very awkward. Anyway, what was yours?
My worst job. Mine had to be when I worked for an insurance company. Very, very briefly, in like, I think it was Kentish Town. We worked together. So I was, what did they call us? Brokers, insurance brokers.
Insurance brokers. Guys, we were the people that call you up and say, you're gonna die soon. Do you wanna sign up?
And you're a part of like a trade union or something, and they try to offer you like insurance and stuff. But what was so annoying is you would be speaking to someone, it's almost like cold calling. They would try to say that it wasn't, but it literally was. And your manager would be listening to the phone conversation, so she will be talking to you, telling you what to say at certain times, and you can't obviously speak back to your manager because she can't hear you because you're speaking to the person on the phone. And a lot of the times I used to speak back to my manager, so it'd be like the person I'm speaking to would be like, what so you just used to hang up because I couldn't salvage the conversation after that. So I just used to and then basically when you have to put a reason as to why you didn't close the sale, and I just say the person wasn't interested so that they wouldn't give me the number.
Guys, in the same job that we worked, obviously you're telling people that they should have life insurance to have things in order when they die. I called one guy, this African man, he was clearly a Christian, because I was telling him obviously about this deal, and he said, I will not die in Jesus' name. I will not die. I was like, okay, amen, sir. Yeah. Anyway, next question.
Oh, that is brilliant.
Next one.
Amen, sir. Next question. What is the best thing we have achieved together?
I would say making a baby.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Copycat. Yeah, no, it has to be. It has to be. Making Ezra. And, you know, just seeing how we can influence his life and upbringing is actually quite amazing. And having that ability to make certain life decisions for Ezra in order to kind of, you know, for him to grow up with a certain culture, tradition and so forth. But it's like a fused culture, fused tradition. So yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
Nice answer, I like that.
What's the best gift I've ever given you?
Best gift you've ever given me?
I know mine already. Michelle bought me this amazing TW Steel watch for my 21st birthday. It was, I might even drop a picture of it in the video because it was just correct, absolutely correct. I used to love that watch. I still love it, I still have it. It was correct.
It cost me a lot of money too.
Yeah.
What was the best thing you've ever got me?
I hope that I've got you loads of good things, and that's why it's really hard for you to...
Yeah, of course, that's the reason. No, I just can't remember. I've got a really bad memory. You got me a really nice Michael Kors bag for my...
21st.
Was it my 21st? That one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was my 21st actually. That was really nice. Because it was a nice change from all the fakes that I used to have.
the China ones.
Made in China. Anyway, it's all made in China. Some is just better quality.
When was the last time you cried? For me, maybe the wedding day, because I was just crying for days. Yeah.
Amit cried during praise and worship. Before I was even in the room, he was sobbing, not crying. He was sobbing. That people had to come and console him. People would think that he didn't want to marry me from the way he was crying. Mine was actually a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if you remember. Basically, guys, I'm in love with Lucozade. Since I got pregnant, I really love Lucozade.
Yeah. And
obviously, I gave birth, had Ezra, and I still obviously have that love for Lucozade.
Popping bottles of Lucozade.
Yeah. So one day I had the big, I don't know how many litres it is, the big bottle, and then I had like 2 small bottles.
Yeah.
And then noticed that Ezra hadn't been, as in he wasn't sleeping. He wouldn't sleep. He's just crying.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I couldn't put him to sleep for a long amount of time. So then I realised, and then I think I was just a bit hysterical, and then I started sobbing and saying that it's all my fault, that
because of the caffeine in the Lucozade.
Yeah, that you can't sleep. And then I googled it, and it was actually true that can affect.
Yeah.
And because I had a lot, I think that's why.
Yeah. So Michelle was really upset.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did try to, like, you know, tell her that it's okay, you know.
But it wasn't okay because he wasn't sleeping. But anyway.
Just make these mistakes, but yeah, she was really quite upset about it.
But yeah. So guys, thank you for watching this vlog. It was a little bit different from our usual topical conversations. We hope that we've let you into our lives a little bit more.
If you have any other questions that you want to ask us,
drop them below.
Feel free, drop them in the comments, and we'll do another one maybe in a month or 2 months' time with the questions that you guys have sent through. Yeah,
but keep letting us know what you want us to talk about. If you've got any ideas for what you want us to do. And thank you for the 7.2k subscribers.
Woo!
So share with your friends, comment, like, and subscribe. Thanks, guys.
And we'll see you at the next video.
We don't see nobody at the next video because they see us. We don't see them.